Storm came up, a lot of water on the field, so we moved indoors. Had 107 plays. We had 3 groups. We started out pretty much, as we've done before with those same groups, and towards the end we started mixing and matching and started putting different players with different groups, see how they react. All four quarterbacks played. It was fairly equal reps, and they were live. And I thought it was very important, especially when you're trying to evaluate 4 guys, to give them a chance to make plays, just like a regular football game. And and so that's the way we ended up. But overall, saw some good things. There was a lot of things situational as far as penalties and stuff like that that would be great teaching moving forward. Before our first game.
Did the quarterbacks get a lot of chance to run?
Every quarterback got a chance to run, and then of course some of them dropped back to pass, and got a chance to see how they handled the pocket, and some of them took off running, and some of them reacted differently. So it was good for us to see that.
When you say live, were they live to the whistle
football,
or
real football?
Real
Yeah,
football?
just like you're gonna see the very first game.
Gus, prior to camp, you and Brett had both said that the plan wasn't to go live necessarily. What changed where here on the first scrimmage?
Well, I think the big thing, of course, I never said that the plan wasn't to go live, but I think the big thing is when you are evaluating guys and you got 4 of them, you have to narrow things down, and the way to do that is to go live. So, done that before, and it felt like it was important to do that now.
Gus, when was the last time you did that live with quarterbacks?
It was probably in spring. This is a pretty unique situation in fall, but anytime you got 4 guys,
Anybody jump out at you in terms of effort today?
there were so many plays, so many guys rotating in and out. There's nothing that really stands out right now, but there was some plays. I mean, the good thing, there was plays on defense and there was plays on offense, and told them afterwards, that there was things we needed to correct, but at the same time, both groups made plays.
Any significant injuries or just fun?
I think everybody made it out pretty much okay. I mean, you never know after a scrimmage like that, but for the most part, when anything.
Gus, where was JB today?
He had a medical procedure. He'll be back tomorrow. Shouldn't be a problem at all.
Yes, when you talk about the quarterbacks going live, how important is it for them to, as well, experience being able to do everything?
Yeah, I think, they all know they're competing, and I think they were excited. I mean, to get a chance, because, when it's not live, you're blowing a whistle, you don't know if they can break a tackle, you don't know if they'd escape pressure, and it gives you a chance to evaluate them. And I think all 4 guys were extremely excited, to be live.
Did you tell them just before practice, or did you tell them?
I kind of talked to them, I've been thinking about it for a couple of days, and just tried to get them prepared mentally. And I think it was good for our defense too. It was good for the whole team.
Do you expect to be able to sit down and you look at the film and be able to start figuring out where guys fit?
We would like to. I mean, that was our plan. That this was an evaluation scrimmage. There was a lot of base plays run on both sides, so we can evaluate our guys, specifically the new ones, and the young guys, and see the older guys, which ones have improved. So it was really good information for us.
Do you expect to put certain quarterbacks with first and second team at this point in the next couple of days?
Hopefully we'll learn some information where we can start at least trying to narrow down. I'm not saying we're going to for sure, but that was the goal of this scrimmage, to try to get more information, moving forward.
How was the tempo? Did you guys do a lot of tempo
Well,
today?
I really tried to slow down the tempo today from the standpoint of evaluating our players. I want to make sure everybody was lined up, and that our defense was lined up, offense lined up, give them a chance to show what they can do.
The 2 new quarterbacks, what did you see from those guys?
It was good. They did a solid job, and I think our older guys did too. I mean, but standing here right now, there's not one guy that I say, oh yeah, but that's not a negative. I mean, we gathered some real good information, and until we get in the film room and you see pre-snap, what they were seeing and what they were thinking, and who protected the ball and all those things. There's a lot of things that go together, and just the casual eye we'll see watching scrimmage.
Jay had said that Monday was a rough day for the offense, and that yesterday was better by going live, by getting all the quarterbacks those reps. What was your takeaway from the production of the offense today?
Yeah, I think when you've got 3 groups, offensively, there's gonna be some of them that look good and some of them that not, and the same thing with the defense. So it's kind of hard to say that one side of the ball really had a good day or bad. I think each day there's been a little bit of both. And that's to be expected when you've got that many guys rotating. But like I said, our challenge as coaches is to try to narrow things down. And, you know, we've got our first game coming up, and, you know, obviously the quicker the better, but the thing about it, we want to be for sure.
Tomorrow, the point where you,
Anything by moving inside, do you think?
I don't think so. I mean, I was curious to see how our kids would react. They were excited. I mean, they were excited to scrimmage, and I know there's nothing like going to our stadium, but I was really impressed with the way our players were excited to scrimmage.
tomorrow, the point you start figuring out what guys can go through some bumps and bruises with these two-a-days coming up now.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting to the point in fall camp where, yeah, everybody's gonna be a little bit sore, a little banged up. That's a good thing from a coach's standpoint, that you can see where they're at and who can fight through. This is a mental grind, fall camp is, and we're straining them and we're making them uncomfortable. And seeing how they react is good information for coaches.
With JB gone, who was overseeing the offensive line, and how?
Yeah, I kind of helped a little bit more with that, and Johnny Brewer also, you know, offensive GA. And of course, you know, Coach Lashley was on top of him a little bit more, so I think we saw combined. But, you know, we've got good leadership in Reese Dismukes, and it wasn't an issue today.
Do you feel like I know that you can't really know until you see the tape, but is this another step forward to finding just one unit to stick with on that offensive
You know,
line?
that's the goal. And that's the goal every practice. After every practice, we try to evaluate each position. You know, we were play today, what would it be? You know, and it's just a body of work. But like I said earlier, the best way to evaluate is through scrimmages. Real football, people react different.